that it is permissible for the person to initiate salam to non-Muslim by saying Assalamu alaikum. But you might say, but what about this hadith in Sahih Muslim? Hadith of Hurairah, do not start. It's very explicit. There is a problem with this hadith from two sides. Hadith of Hurairah, لا تبدأوهم بالسلام. Even though it is famous, it's a problematic hadith. From the isnad point of view, from the authenticity of it, even though it's a Sahih Muslim, and from the meaning, and I want you to pay attention, and be very listen carefully as I explain this to you. This hadith reported by a man, his name is Suhail ibn Salih. He said that Abu Hurairah said this. Suhail ibn Salih is the only one that reported this hadith from Abu Hurairah. We don't know anyone else narrated this hadith other than Suhail ibn Salih. You might say, what's wrong with that? We have plenty of hadith, we'll find one person to report it. But something, a major like this, you have only one person, but the problem that this person himself, there's a big question mark about him. Why? Because this man, there is weakness in him. That's why Imam Abd al-Hadi rahimahullah rejected this hadith. And he said that this is min al-ahadith التي أنكرت عليه لتفرده بها. He's the only one narrated this narration from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu arda. So nobody other than Suhail and Abi Salih, nobody reported this hadith other than him. And when he became the only one narrate the hadith of the narration, al-ulama in general, they don't accept his narration. That's why Ibn Ma'in rahimahullah said, لم يزل أهل الحديث يتقون حديثا. Imam Ibn Ma'in rahimahullah said, Ahl al-Hadith did not trust him very well. And that's why Al-Bukhari rahimahullah said, I heard Ali ibn al-Madini say, Suhail, his brother died. And he was very sad over the death of his brother. And he came into what we call today in modern language a state of depression. قال حزن عليه كثيرا فنسي كثيرا. He became depressed to the state that he started forgetting a lot. So his memory changed. And there is a lot of question about how accurate he is. That's why Abu Hatim rahimahullah said, يُكْتَبُ حَدِيثُهُ وَلَا يُحْتَجُّ بِهِ. We can take his narration, but we need a backup for it. And Ibn Hibban rahimahullah said, he's a trustworthy, وَيُخْطِئ, but he makes mistakes. See, the ulama rahimahullah, when they talk about this particular person, they were always give a hint that there is a little bit doubt about how accurate is the narration. That's why الذهبي رحمه الله قال هو من العلماء الثقات وغيره أقوى منه. He's a trustworthy alim, but you know there is others and many others better than him. لذلك الحافظ بن حجر رحمه الله said about him صدوق تغير حفظه في آخر. He's okay. His memory changed in the end. And because of this, Al-Bukhari rahimahullah never narrated this hadith in his Sahih. And that's one of the things that distinguish Al-Bukhari from Muslim. Al-Bukhari refused to report this, to put this hadith in his Sahih because it did not have a backup. It does not meet the high standard that he had, rahimahullah ta'ala.
شيخ هذا الحديث من شخص واحد اسمه غريب.
Yes.
غريب.
Yeah. But this is not غريب مطلق, it's not all of them one. So he reported this from his father, from from his father, from Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu arba, and as said, لم يروه غيره. He's the only one that reported this from his father. Specifically, the addition of force them into the nearest of the road. وَاضْطَرُّوهُمْ إِلَىٰ أَضْيَقٍ. هذا اللفظ لا يوجد أبدا مطلقا في غير الحديث سهيل. That's the only one who mentioned this addition. Force them into the nearest of the road, the Jews and Christians. Also, there's another problem in the hadith. Sometimes he reported the mushrikeen. Sometimes he said the people of the book. Another time he said the Jews. So these three words, is not consistent in the way even he making the narration. And I'll tell you, if you look at this hadith, you will know it's not something he completely made. It's not completely made up. Okay? But there is a missing thing in the hadith which explain, we understand that why there is missing things in the hadith. It's because of that his memory is not very accurate. What's that is missing? What is missing what the other narrator mentioned. So the hadith was reported by other than Abu Hurairah, yes. This hadith reported by other Abu Hurairah, okay? But in a different way. And when you hear the different way this hadith was narrated, you will understand why Suhail ibn Abi Salih is a weak. Ibn Majah reported that Abdul Rahman al-Juhani radiallahu anhu said that the Prophet ﷺ said, إِنِّي رَاكِبٌ غَدًا إِلَى الْيَهُودِ. Tomorrow, I'm going to the Jews. And I want you to come with me. Okay? Which is Bani Qurayza. He said, I'm going to them tomorrow. Come with me. When we go there, لا تبدأوهم بالسلام. Do not start or initiate السلام عليكم to them. فإذا سلموا عليكم فقولوا وعليكم. If they give you salam, say same to you. Al-Bukhari in Al-Adab al-Mufrad reported the hadith from Abi Basra al-Ghifari that the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, tomorrow we go to the Jews in their castle. Do not initiate as-salam. Al-Bayhaqi reported that Ibn Umar said that the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, tomorrow you will meet the Jews. You will go to their place. إِنَّكُمْ تُلَاقُونَ يَهُودَ غَدًا. Tomorrow you will go to them. فَلَا تَبْدَأُهُمْ بِالسَّلَامِ. Do not tell them as-salam. This hadith shows the context to the statement. In Nabi Sallallahu tomorrow going to go to check, did the Jews betray the treaty or not? Right? يبغى يتأكد هل نقضوا العهد ولا لا? Did the Jews betray the Prophet ﷺ? Did they broke the treaty or not? Betrayed the Prophet ﷺ and broke the treaty or not? So if there is a war, will it start or not? Because if they betrayed the Prophet ﷺ, if they declare war on the Prophet ﷺ, if they join the mushrikeen against the Prophet ﷺ, that means there will be what? A war. If there is a war, that's why Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam do not start by saying as-salam, because what salam means? Peace. So they will not get the wrong impression. Because if you're going to get into war, you don't say peace be upon you, then you go and start the war. He said, do not initiate salam. Don't say peace or no peace. Wait until we see what is the deal with them. So the hadith has nothing to do with the greeting, with the salam alaikum, no salam alaikum, you greet them. The hadith was related to a very specific incident where the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam do not want the Jews to take the wrong impression that there is no war. And also, even if we say, and I do believe, that Hadith Muslim is authentic. But is authentic, yes, but there is something missing to explain about this hadith. And I think Muslim is correct by reporting it. But if you look to the other nation, you understand the hadith Abu Hurairah is talking about this specific incident. So when he said, make sure that you push them to the side of the narrows of the road, because the Muslim will come now as with the Prophet ﷺ, like an army. They want to show their strength. The army walking onto the middle of the street, and they push everybody in the side, because this is will to terror and basically put fear in the heart of the enemy, and to make sure that, you know what, we're gonna have a deal. Otherwise, we're ready to fight. It's so tense that there is a fight about to break. Can you imagine there is a war about to start between two countries, or two entities, and you see your enemy and you say, come on in the middle of the street, and you honor them and you let them go for it. No, you want to show your strength. So that's why the Prophet ﷺ said what he said. Okay, so he doesn't want anyone to say Assalamu alaikum, because the moment one Muslim gives them the promise of safety, the rest of the Muslim must honor that. قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يسعى بذمتهم أدناه. The Nabi ﷺ said, the Muslim is like one body. If one of them give promise of peace or protection, his word of protection, all the Muslim must honor this person. Cannot, at this point, to attack the person. And that's what Shaykh al-Islam rahimahullah and Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned, that this took place when the Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to Yahud Bani Qurayza, because he don't want to give them a false impression that there's no war coming. No, he went to discuss with them what happened, and based on this discussion, the decision will be made. So no peace offered in the beginning until we see what has happened. So from this we understand that this hadith is not really approved to say, or can be used to say we're not allowed to initiate greeting by peace or Assalamu alaikum to the non-Muslims. Is that understood? And that's showing you the importance of understanding the context of the hadith and the story behind it. So you understand. So no need for someone to say, oh, this hadith rejected the hadith, this hadith is rejected, it's because Islam teaches good manners. You have to understand what's the story first. You always accuse your understanding, not the sunnah. دائما تتهم رأيك ما تتهم السنة. We know that the Prophet meant the best. Our role is to find out what that best is. It's just don't rush to accuse the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is in regard to you initiating the salam. But what if a Christian or Jew said Assalamu alaikum? What happened here, especially in the election season, everybody comes and says Assalamu alaikum. What should we do? Anas radiallahu anhu قال نهينا أن نزيد على وعليكم. Anas radiallahu anhu said, we've been asked only to say وعليكم, nothing more. And that's the Hanafi position. Tahawi rahimahullah said that, and that's Abu Yusuf and Muhammad ibn Hasan al-Shaybani said that as well. And also the opinion of the Shafi'iyya. Imam Nawawi rahimahullah said that the Shafi'iyya agreed that if somebody from non-Muslim said Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you say wa alaikum, that's it. Also some of the Malikiyya said that. Qadi Iyad rahimahullah, there is a different opinions, and our madhab, madhab Malik, that you're not allowed to start by saying Assalamu alaikum, and you only say wa alaikum if they give you salam.
شيخ هون ما عم شفت واحد يقول ما بيقول السلام. انا ما شفت واحد مسيحي او يهودي بيقول لي السلام عليكم، ولا بيجي بسلم عليه بالايد.
ما عمرك شفتهم في when they come here all the Congress.
ما بعرف انا بروح المستشفى بسوي له مرة.
No, in the Congress, when they run for Congress, run for any position, they come to the masjid, what the first thing they say?
They come to the masjid. When I go, سيدنا حسب التعامل.
Interfaith. Yeah, obviously here, nobody gonna say salam because it's not part of the culture.
Yeah.
But if you go to Lebanon, you go to Palestine, you go to Jordan,
I
you
know,
go to
okay.
Egypt, they say salam alaikum as part of the culture.
But here they shake your hand, sometimes they hug you.
Yeah, that's fine. Because we're talking about specifically if somebody says salam alaikum wa rahmatullah to you. So those who said you just say wa alaikum. And some said even specifically wa alaikum. Some said you don't reply at all with the salam alaikum. No alaikum, no salam, nothing. Okay? This is only for Muslims. Tawus said that. Ibn Tawus. The third opinion, which is I do believe it's authentic, is the strongest one, you are allowed to say wa alaikum as-salam. And if they say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, you say wa alaikum as-salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Why? Because Allah said in Surah An-Nisa, وَإِذَا حَيِّيتُمْ بِتَحِيَّةٍ. If somebody greet you with a greet him with the same or more. Very clear. Also, and this is what the Sharia rules lead to. Justice, fairness, being nice and extra nice to people. طيب. طيب. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم didn't he say وعليكم? Yes, but he said وعليكم when they used to say السلام عليكم. السلام means death. السلام عليكم, it means death be upon you. So the Prophet said, same to you. It was a very smart way of answering. Why? Because Aisha, when she heard that, said, عليكم لعنة الله وملائكته يا أحفاد القردة والخنازير. She went and she said, may Allah curse you this, and then she started. And then she said, hold on, Aisha, calm down. You don't need to go all over the place like that. You don't need to be too excited. Just same to you. If they said peace, same to you. If they said death, same to you. Allah accept from us and will not accept from them. That's when you don't want to get into argument. Because if the Prophet said death to you, said, I didn't say death. I said salam alaikum, salam alaikum. You heard me wrong. And you will go into back and forth. You said, he said, time to talk. He cut it off, he said same to you. But if you are clearly heard him say assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, the verse is very clear. You answer with the same or more. That's Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhu said, رُدُّ السَّلَامَ عَلَى مَنْ كَانَ يَهُودِيًّا أَوْ نَصْرَانِيًّا أَوْ مَجُوسِيًّا. Give back the salam to Christian, Jewish, or Majusi, pagan, someone who worship fire. As Allah said to us, if you've been greeted with something, the greeting, reply with it or better. So, and this isnad is sahih from Ibn Abbas. So Ibn Abbas used this verse to refer to replying to the greeting of Christian, Jews, or non-Muslim authority. And I told you what Ibn Abbas said. If Fir'aun said, Barakallahu feek, I'll say, because what? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Yani, I wish that Allah put His mercy in you, bless you, peace be upon you. All these are great things. If Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless someone, what can be better than that? Some ulama said, you just say wa alaikum as-salam. They didn't like the word wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And it looks like for me that the ayah is very general. We talked about you push them to the narrowest of it. What that means, it has a story behind it. It is to show the strength of the army at that particular. So this hadith is in that particular incident. You cannot generalize rule out of it. You know, you see some non-Muslim on the road and you just with your car push him to the side of the road. Well, the hadith said that. You know, no, that's not right. Also, one of the things Shiekh Rahimahullah said, look at the practice of the Sahaba. We never heard of the Sahaba ever in Medina. When they saw the Jews in Medina, they pushed them to the side. Or in the market of Medina. Never. We never heard that the Sahaba, that when they went and they conquered Egypt and Sham and Palestine and all this, and Iraq, we never heard that the Sahaba, when they saw the Muslim, they pushed them to the side. or make them. So that hadith, nobody ever understood from it a general rule. That was related to a very specific incident, took a specific time for a reason. The Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said that. Unless you say this addition, push them to the side of the room, is addition by Suhail ibn Abi Salih and he's weak, so even you say this addition is weak. So not the whole hadith in Muslim, but this addition is weak. Allah A'lam, we don't need to say it's weak, we have an understanding for it. And no doubt in Islam for us to have the best of it. We'll stop inshallah and next time we'll go with the hadith of Abi Hurairah in relation to sneezing. And we're not going to stop there because we talked about sneezing already before. But we'll start talking about the ruling of etiquettes of drinking.